So I've just created the ultimate AI system that allows me to generate videos like this on Autopilot using Google's latest video model, VEO3. You can see over here for these Yeti Vlog Live videos, these are generating millions of views, and the quality is actually pretty good with the voiceovers as well. So let's take a look at this one.
Finally meeting Bigfoot Vlogs, my favorite vlogger in the wild. I never miss a episode. You the best. So do you think
so it's actually super high quality. You can see the animals actually talking, and it's really super amazing. Check out these other videos that I have generated as well. Take a look over here, a reporter in the storm, and let's take a look at how this plays out.
This storm is relentless, but I, Pharaoh Menes, will survive this tempest with the strength of the ancients.
And it's super high quality, and the voiceovers and every part of the video is actually all generated in one go. Alright, so let's start with the demo to see how my AI agent works. So I'm going to chat with my AI agent via Telegram. Over here you can see I've created a VEO agent for generating videos for us. I'm going to start by asking it, hi, what can you do for us? Click enter. Okay, now that it's run on the back end, let's take a look in Telegram to see what happens. It says that it can generate new videos for us, search for ready videos, as well as post videos for us. So pretty cool. And we're going to start off by generating a new video first. So I'm going to say, I want to generate a new video. Click enter, execute workflow, and let's see what happens. Okay, so now it's asked us some questions, right? Like what's the name, subject, context, and so on about the video that we want to generate. And so I'm going to just give it some input of what we're looking for. I'm going to paste this in. So we're going to have a subject, which is a bear reporter doing a report in the scene of a typhoon storm. I'm going to try to see if we can make this video actually valuable for brands as well, right? So let's say I'm promoting an umbrella product called Umbrio. We could also add that into the video as well. So I'm going to click enter and let's see what the AI agent replies us. Alright, so now it's asking us some more questions like what title we actually want, the context, and so on. So I'm just going to tell it, you can decide for me. And we're just going to see what the AI agent has decided for us. Okay, so now it's given us the final name and the prompt. Right, you can see over here the name is Bear Reporter in the Storm. The prompt is a brave bear reporter standing amidst a raging typhoon. Right, pretty cool, and it does have some voiceovers as well, and that's the value of Google VEO3, right? It's able to generate the voiceovers within the video as well. So over here you can see it says, don't let storm catch you off guard. Umbrio umbrella is here to save the day, right? Exactly what we want to do for this specific video, to talk about the Umbrio umbrella as well, using an AI generated bear to really push the limits of video generation with AI, right? So let's say we like this, we can say, yes, generate the video for me, okay? And let's execute the workflow and see what happens. You can see now the main video agent is thinking, and it's now going to call the VEO video agent to generate the video for us. So let's give it a moment and see what happens. Okay, it's now calling the VEO video agent, right? Our VEO video agent over here, and this agent is going to generate the video for us and return it for us. So let's give it a short moment and wait for the final video to be generated for us. Okay, now it's completed. Let's take a look at what we have gotten. It's generated a video for us. Let's take a look.
Don't let storms catch you off guard. The Umbrio umbrella is here to save the day.
Alright, so super cool. The video has been generated. It is the bear reporter in the storm, and it also talks about the Umbrio umbrella. Pretty cool, right? And this video is also updated into our Airtable. So you take a look over here. We do have a new video generated. Bear reporter in the storm. We do have the prompt. We do have the video link as well as the status being set as generated. Let's check out the video over here. Okay, let's download this video. Alright, let's check out the video and let's hear the audio as well.
Don't let storms catch you off guard. The Umbrio umbrella is here to save the day.
That is actually pretty cool, using a bear for an advertisement video for an umbrella, right? So actually that's one of the great potentials of what we can actually do with this new video generator model. And what's even cooler than that is, from here, once we're happy with the video, we could also use this system to actually ask it to post the video for us just by chatting with it on Telegram. Right, so all I gotta do is to go into Airtable. Okay, and let's say I like this video. I'm going to set the status to ready to post, and now it's going to help me post to TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. So check this out. I'm going to say, can you post the video for me? Right, so now it says the video bear reporter in the storm is ready to be posted. So I would say, yes, do post it. Okay, now let's give it a moment, and we're going to see our video being posted onto our social platforms in a very short moment with captions as well. So you take a look at over here in the workflow. Now our main agent is calling the posting agent. You can see over here, it's going to help us post onto YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. And then it's going to update the Airtable for us over here. So you can see now it's uploaded onto YouTube, and it's going to update the status for Instagram and TikTok as well. And once it's completed, the status over here will be set to completed. Okay, now it's completed. Let's check out Telegram once again. You can see it's telling us that the video has been posted onto TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. And that's it. Right, super cool. So let's check out our social platforms and see what we have gotten. Okay. Let's take a look over here. You can see this is the Instagram account that we want to post on. Right, we do have the video. We do have a unique title as well as hashtag for the product as well. Super cool, right? Generated all by AI. Take a look.
The VEO umbrella is here to save the day.
Phenomenal. And let's check out our TikTok as well. See?
Storms catch you off guard. The VEO umbrella is here.
And we do have a different caption as well for this. And then over here, we do have a title as well as a different caption as well for a YouTube video.
Don't let storms catch you off guard. The VEO umbrella is here to save the day.
Cool. And let's check out our Airtable this time. Over here, our Airtable has been updated and the status has been set to completed, uploaded. Right. So super cool, right? I mean, if you think about it, this is a super effective system. Videos like this are now currently generating millions of views on TikTok. And beyond that, beyond just creative AI videos that you could generate for yourself and your own brands, you can also do videos like this for selling products or creating creative content commercials for businesses as well. This could be a phenomenal system that could help you build up your own business, to sell your own products, or to build a content system for other businesses as well. And all I got to do for this specific system is just to chat with my AI agent on Telegram, and it will automatically create a new video for me and publish it onto my social platforms for me as well. And so today I'm going to run through with you guys how you can actually set this up for yourself and how I actually went about building these whole systems. So to follow along more effectively and gain access to the blueprints for this system, you can click the link in the description below to get all of them. And if you want to go deeper into building content systems like this for yourself or for your own businesses or other businesses, you can join the community link in the description below as well. I'll go deeper into how I build all of these content automation systems, latest insights, as well as tech support. So do sign up now and gain access to it. Alright, so now once you have downloaded the blueprints below, I'm going to run through with you how I actually built this system and how you can actually use it for yourself as well. Okay, we're going to start off with the overview of what this system composes of. So you see over here in n8n, I do have three main agents, right? The first is the main video agent, which will be chatting with us on Telegram. The second one is the video generator agent. This is a system that allows me to generate videos. And the third is the posting agent, right? And so how this works is that I will communicate with the main agent on Telegram, and it will call the necessary tools, such as searching the Airtable or calling the video agent or the posting agent to post the videos for us. All right. And then of course, from there, we would need to have an Airtable, which would be what we use to store all of the videos that we have generated, that we can check out the status and upload it into our social media platforms. Okay, so let's start with the fields we need for this specific Airtable. Right, in this Airtable, I'm going to have only one table. Okay. And I'm going to have the first field, which is the name for the videos generated. And then the second field would be a long text field, which is for the prompts for the video generated. So you can take a look over here. This is where you can keep track of the prompts for each video. And then we want to have another field for the video links. And this is linked to the Google Drive video links that we have generated. A status field for us to trigger the posting of the videos onto our platforms, right? So you take a look over here. I do have just three drop downs. The first is generated, where this field will be automatically caught when the video has been generated and uploaded onto Airtable. The second is ready to be posted, and this allows us to prompt the AI system to post it onto our social platforms. And lastly is completed, for us to know that the videos have been posted onto all the different platforms. Over here, I have three more drop-down fields. The first is TikTok, and the status is just empty and uploaded so that we know it's uploaded. And the same for Instagram as well as YouTube. And then we just have three more fields. The first is last modified time. This would be a last modified time field, just for us to know when the video has been last modified. The next one is created time. And then the final one is record ID. And I'm going to use a formula field. I just type in record_ID bracket. Record ID is actually pretty useful for us to identify the exact video file that we want to use. Right? This is actually super useful when our content systems get more complicated. And Airtable is an amazing way for us to actually organize all of these videos that we have generated in a systematic and organized manner. Okay, so after we're done with Airtable, we're going to go into n8n and cover our first agent. You can see over here in our main agent, we have a Telegram trigger where we can chat with it via Telegram, an agent node in the center, and then another Telegram node for the agent to reply us via Telegram. So we're going to start off with Telegram trigger first. We're going to open this up. You can see the credentials I've connected to is my video agent. So what you want to do is you want to go into Telegram and you want to go into bot flutter, right? You want to search for bot flutter and then you want to chat with it. And from here, you want to create a new bot. And to start, I just have to type in /start, okay? and then it will give us all the different commands from bot father. Right, we're going to create a new bot. Okay, and after creating a new bot, it will actually give you an API key over here. You just have to follow the steps. And once you have the API key, what you want to do is to create a new credential, give it a name, and type in the access token over here. Okay, once that is done, what you want to do is actually to separate this Telegram trigger first, and then send a message over, right? Similar to something like /start. And then from there, you would actually get the chat ID. You get something like this. Okay, and what you want to do is to have the chat ID over here, because it's super important to make sure that the AI is chatting with us via the correct Telegram chat. Once you have the chat ID over here, what you want to do is to firstly go into every Telegram notes and update the chat ID to the specific number that you have. All right, so just have to paste this in. Okay, and same for the other two agent, right? Go to the last node and change the chat ID to your specific chat ID, as well as the last one. Open this up and give it the correct chat ID as well. This is so that the AI agent is able to reply us on the correct Telegram chat. Once that is done, next part we have to cover is the main video agent node. Right, so how do we do this is to create a new AI agent node. And for this main agent node, there are three main components. The first is the chat model, second is memory, and the third are the tools. The chat model is sort of like the brain of what the agent is going to use to chat with us. So I'm going to use something called Open Router. So we're going to connect it to a node called Open Router, okay? And before we do that, you want to go into openrouter.ai, okay? And you want to create a new account, put in some credits over here, okay? And then you want to get your API key. Okay, once you have your API key, you can choose the models over here. You can choose the model that supports tool calling, and this is important so that we can use the different tools to call the other agents. So you can see over here there are different prices for each of these models as well, so you can test them out. Right, I do find GPT to be a pretty good model to start, so I would use the GPT model. Sometimes I would try out other models like Queen or DeepSeek as well, so you do have to test it out, and the outputs are relatively different for each of them. Once that is done, you're going to connect to Open Router. You want to give it your model. Right, so over here I actually choose GPT-4o Mini. I'm going to change the name. Okay, and you can choose the other models that you want as well, right? But I think 4o Mini is pretty good for this specific function for now. And it's pretty cheap as well. Okay, once you're done with the model, the next thing we want to connect to is simple memory. This is so that the AI agent is able to retain what it has conversed with us, so that it doesn't have to start a new chat every single time. So very straightforward. You just have to connect it to a simple memory session. Okay. And then your context window length can be just 5. You can set it to higher if you want it to remember more. I just kept it to 5 to start. And then for the key, right, you can see over here, I've actually used a syntax. This is to connect to the Telegram chat that we have previously. You want to find the chat ID, right? And I just have to drag and drop this in, and you have something like this, which is the chat ID of our Telegram chat, so that this AI agent is able to keep track of what it has spoke to us on Telegram. Okay, once this is done, we have 2 out of 3 completed for the main agent. The next thing we want to do before we go into the tools is to cover the prompt for the agent. Right, but to understand that, you can see over here, there are 3 main tools that I want this agent to use. The first is the Search Airtable tool. This is so that it's able to search the Airtable, right, for the video that has been set to ready to post, so that it can post the video for us. You can also use this search tool to understand what are the videos that we have generated and what are the status for each of them. And then from there, the next tool I have is the VEO video agent. This allows the main agent to connect to this VEO agent, which allows it to generate the videos for us. And lastly is the posting agent tool, where it's able to call the posting agent to post the video for us over here. So if I were to open up this Airtable node, you can see over here, I have a specific Airtable node set to the operation search, and the resource would be record, right? The base would be the specific base that I have created earlier on, right? You can take this from the template, and the table is from the list videos, right? So how do we connect to Airtable? Okay, to connect to Airtable, you do need the credentials. You do need the credentials over here. So let's say we create a new credential. You can see there are 3 main scopes that we need to enable for our credential: data record read, data records write, and schema based read. So you just have to go into airtable.com/create/tokens, create a new credential, and you want to add in the scopes: data record read, data records write, and schema based read. And these are all the 3 scopes that's required. And then we're going to give it access to your base, which would be the VEO3 video base that we have generated. So after you have done so, you will get the credentials, and then you have to add in the token over here, and then you will be good to go. For this specific search Airtable, I want it to only return the videos that have the status set to ready to post. So I add in this simple formula, status equals to ready to post. When I ask it to search for the videos for me, you only return this specific video if I set it to ready to post. Now, of course, if you turn this off, it will return to you every single video out there as well, right? But we're just going to use this to find the video and post it for us, right? That's all we got to do. And that's it for the Airtable node. Now moving on to the next two nodes over here. For the VEO video agent node and the posting agent node, I'm going to use something called call n8n workflow 2. This allows us to call another n8n workflow. Okay, and if you open this up, right, you can see I will select the agent that I've generated called VEO3 video generator agent as named over here. There are two inputs that the agent requires from us, and we're going to go into that in a short while when we go through the second agent later on. But you can see over here, I'll set it to define automatically by the model for the prompt and the name. So the main agent can actually generate the name and the prompt of the video that we want to generate to the video agent to generate it for us. Then the description, I just had to set it to call this to generate a new video. Very straightforward, and all it would do is to pass the prompt and the name to the video agent for us. Similarly, for the posting agent, what I want it to do is to call this tool to publish ready videos onto social platforms, right? And I'm going to select the VEO3 posting agent over here, okay? And then I'm going to set an input which is post equals to true, right? This means that it will run the system to post the videos for us. Later, when I run through this posting agent as well, you kind of understand how this actually kickstarts the posting of the videos for us. Okay, now that we are done with going through all the nodes, we have one final thing to cover, which is the prompt for the main video agent. Right, so essentially the prompt is sort of like the instructions that we want to give the agent to answer us in the specific manner that we want. And so this is a main video agent that's supposed to do the main task of generating videos and posting it for us. I'm going to start by giving it a user message first, which would be from Telegram, right? So I'm just going to drag over the message that we have from here, text, and paste this in, right? Drag and drop this. What this does is that it will pass the message of our chat to this specific agent. But where the instruction comes in is under system message over here. So I'm going to set it to expression, and we're going to open up to see how we actually set up this prompt. So you can see I started off with saying that it's the main video agent, right? Its job is to assist users with video related tasks by understanding their requests and so on. And then I actually define the three tools that we want it to use. It is super important to make sure the name of the tools are correct, so it will call the correct tools when necessary. Right, so the first tool is Search Airtable, and I want it to use that to search Airtable to find videos that are ready to be posted. The second is VEO Video Agent, and it's only going to call this AI agent to generate a new video for us. And this requires the agent to send over a name and descriptive prompt. The last tool that it needs to use is Posting Agent, and it needs to use this Posting Agent to post a ready video to social platforms. I give it some general instructions as well to make sure that it clarifies the user intent and some questions like it may be asked to search videos that are ready to be posted, generate a new video, and post a ready video. I also tell it to use only the relevant tools for the user request. And I give it a video generation workflow, right? So how it's going to answer us when we want to generate a video. So if you remember from Telegram, it actually asks clarifying questions, and these are the clarifying questions to get the correct prompt and name for the video we want to generate, right? Such as the name, context, action, and so on. And then it will draft the prompt for us, right? Make sure that it's vivid, similar to the example format below. And then it also shows both the name and the prompt to the user for approval before it generates the video for us. Right, if you remember over here, it actually gives us the name and the prompt and asks for approval first. Okay, exactly what we ask it to do. And once it's approved, it will call the VEO video agent with both the name and the prompt sent over to it. And this is an example of what it's going to send to the VEO video agent, the name and the prompt, and this is what you use to generate the videos for us. Right, we also have some instructions on how we actually ask it to post the video for us. So every time it wants to post the video, it will use the Search Airtable node to search for the video that's ready to be posted. And so if you remember the node that we have set, we set the status to be ready to be posted, right? So it's going to search Airtable, and it's only going to find the exact video that will be ready to be posted, and it will pass that through the agent to actually post the video for us. and then it will reply the name of the ready video and ask if the user wants to post. And so for my system, to keep it very simple and lean, I make sure that this agent can only post one specific video at one time. So of course, if you want to expand this, you can definitely change it up as well. But that's what we do for this specific video. And once approved, it will call the posting agent to publish it. And if no videos are ready, you will inform the user and offer to generate a new one. And then of course, the final one is to use the search workflow tool. If the user wants to search for ready videos, it will use the search Airtable node and return the results to the user. Following that, I have some keynotes as well, which are some final details to make sure that the agent knows, right, what not to do, like never post a video unless it is confirmed via search Airtable that it is ready, or other guardrails like never generate a video without both a user approved prompt and a name. And of course, that's it for the prompt, right? Once we have the prompt, our main video agent is set up and we are good to go over here. Okay, so once we have completed the main agent, the next thing we need to do is to create our VEO video generator agent. Right, this is where we're going to use this to generate the videos for us. And this is where we're going to use Google VEO 3 model to generate it for us. So to understand how this system works, I'm going to go into executions so that I can use this to take a look at the previous execution on how we generated the bare video that we have over here. Okay, so let's go into the very first note over here, right, when executed by another workflow. This is important to make sure that the input is from the main agent earlier on. So remember, we need the name and the prompt from the main agent, right? So for the first note, I set it to define using fields below, and the workflow input would be name, which is a string type, as well as prompt, which is also a string type. So the previous agent actually passed over the name of what we want to generate, like bear reporter in the storm, and then a prompt of what we want to use for our video as well, right? So this talks about the Umbro umbrella as well as the brave bear. Okay, and once we have that, we're going to use replicate to generate the video for us. So how do we do this? Is we're going to go into replicate.com, okay, over here. You can see over here in replicate.com, you just want to create a new account as well. And then you want to give it some credits and get your API key. Okay, once you have your API key, what you want to do is to create a new header auth, right? Generic auth type, create a header auth, okay? And then you want to create a new credential over here, right? You want to go into replicate. Okay, you want to go into API tokens, get a new API key, all right? And then you want to type in the name to be authorization. The value would be bearer. You can see over here, bearer, space, and you want to paste in your API key over here. And just name this replicate, okay, replicates. And that's it, you're good to go. Right, so once you're done with that, you will have something like this. You just have to update it accordingly. Okay, and then now I'm going to go through you how I actually get this specific model. If you go back to replicate over here, right, replicate is a platform just like OpenRouter that allows us to connect to many different models that could be used to generate videos, sounds, or music, and so on. Right, so over here, we could actually utilize the Google VEO 3 model, right? You just have to go into this specific link, Google VEO 3, and this is where we can actually call the VEO 3 model to generate the videos for us. And how we're going to get the API key for the VEO 3 model is going to API, all right? And then we're just going to click into HTTP, and we're going to find the curl. We're going to copy this, okay? Go back to our workflow. And we're going to have a HTTP request to connect it to the API. Right, HTTP request node, we're going to import curl. We're going to paste this in. And once we paste this in, we'll get something like this, right? I'm going to remove the field for authentication because I've set our credentials right here already. Right, but beyond that, you're going to make sure you have all of these specific fields. The first one is the header field, which have the name, prefer, the value is weight. And then the body field over here, which is a JSON body, and then you have an input, and the prompt would be this syntax over here, JSON prompt, allowing us to get a prompt from the main agent. So take a look at how this looks like. We're going to go back to execution, okay? And then we're going to open this up, right? You can see, because it's passed over the prompt from the main agent, right? I will just have to drag this in, paste this in, and you can see over here, this is the input, right? The prompt that we have. Right, so you just have to drag and paste this in over here. Okay, once you have that, this prompt will actually be passed through replicate to generate the video for us. Pretty straightforward. This video is actually pretty high quality, and it takes some time to generate because it generates both the voiceover, the actions, and all the different sound effects in the video all at one go, right? And so you do need to have a wait note afterwards to give it some time before the video is generated. So I'll set a wait note over here for about 3 minutes to generate the video for us, okay? And once this is completed, I'm going to have another HTTP request note. I'm going to name this get video. The method is get. And I'm going to drag over the URL from the get section over here, paste this in. And then for the rest, you can keep it the same, header, prefer wait, and make sure to have your authentication set to replicate as well for the header off. Okay, once you get the video, you're going to download the video, right? So we're just going to drag over the output from the previous node over here. You can see we'll have a final link once the video is completed. Drag this and paste this in. And then the method is get, and then you will have the video over here. If I click view, I will have a preview. Check this out.
Don't let storms catch you off guard. The Umbreo umbrella is here to save.
All right, so once you have that perfect, what we're going to do next is to upload the video into Google Drive, and then update Airtable, and then reply us with the video on Telegram. So how we're going to do that firstly is to create a new credential for Google Drive if this is your first time. Right, to do so, you're going to go into console.cloud.google.com, create a new project, and then you want to create a new API key over here, create a new credential, OAuth client ID, and then you want to set the application type to web application, give it a name, and then the authorized redirect URL. What you're going to do is you're going to add in the URL for n8n. So if you go back to editor and I go into the Google Drive notes, create a new credential, you will have a OAuth redirect URL over here. So you just have to copy the one that you have, okay? Copy this, whichever that you have, whether it's cloud or the self-hosting, okay? And then you want to paste in your redirect URL over here, okay? Once you're done with that, you will have a client ID and client secret that you want to paste this in, and then you want to log into your account and you're good to go. Beyond that, you also want to make sure if you're using a test account, you want to go into audience, okay? And then you want to set your email that you're going to log in with under test users to make sure that's approved, okay? And then you also want to search for Google Drive API. You can do so by searching Google Drive API over here. Okay, click into this and make sure to enable Google Drive API so that you can gain access to your Google Drive. Okay, once you have done so, right, I'm going to close this and go back to executions to show you how this works. Okay, I'm going to open this up. You can see over here, right now I have the credentials connected. The operation will be upload. And what I want to do over here is just to upload my video into Google Drive so that I don't lose track of the video. Okay, so if I go back to n8n, right, I'll just set the name, which would be from the previous node, from when executed by another workflow. I'm going to give it the name of the video that we have created earlier on. Paste this in. And I'll set it to the folder that I have over here. And I'll just set it to upload input data field name is data. This allows us to just upload the video that we have over here.
Don't let storms catch.
Right, so we just upload the video onto Google Drive. Once we are done so, right, we're just going to create a new record in Airtable. Remember, we want to update this Airtable with this new record with the video link, prompt, and the name. All right, so we're going to have this node, create record. Okay, choose the base, VEO3 videos, table is video, and then the value would be the name. Paste this in. The prompt would be from the very first notes over here. Okay, drag and paste the prompt in. And then the video link, we're just going to choose from Google Drive, the web view link, paste this in, change the status to generated. And once you're done so, you would have the video uploaded onto Airtable. Okay. And then once that is done, we just want to reply us on Telegram. So we'll have something that looks like this, right? Your video has been generated. So to do so, I just need to get the binary file once again to post onto Telegram. So we're just going to have another Google Drive note, download file. And we're just going to drag over the URL over here from video link, paste this in, drag and drop, okay? And then after downloading it, right, operations download, press back, we're going to reply Telegram by sending video message. Make sure the chat ID is your chat ID. We're going to select binary file so that we can have the video that we have downloaded, okay? And then the captions, I'm just going to set your video, right? And I'm going to choose JSON field name, all right? Paste this in. So it replies, your video, Bear Reporter in the Storm, has been generated. Check it out and let me know what you think. And just like that, the video agent has been completed. And that's how we got the reply, your video, Bear Reporter in the Storm, has been generated. Check it out and let me know what you think. And the video has been embedded into Telegram as well. And that's it. Perfect. Okay, so once we reach this point over here, you can see we do have the VEO video agent generated. And now every time the agent calls this specific node, we will be able to generate the videos for us. And just like that, we are able to actually generate the video and upload it onto Airtable as well. Now, of course, the power of content automation systems is really to combine different systems together. So previously, I've actually created a system that allows us to post videos onto our different social platforms like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. And so in this specific video, I also want to connect it to our specific agent as well. So over here, you can see I actually modified it a little and connected it to this specific agent, calling it the VEO3 posting agent instead. So of course, in a span of time, I will not run through how to exactly connect to each of these APIs over here. But to really fully understand how to connect to every single API, I would recommend that you watch the previous video over here on how I actually built this publishing system to set up the different APIs for YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram as well. Okay, so now going to our third agent, which is the publishing agent team, we want it to be able to post the videos for us, right? And so after copying over the template, what I do is I change the front to be when executed by another workflow again. And if you open this up, I want the input system to be post, and the input field would be post, the type would be string. And this is also why we know that when the main agent sent over the message as true, it will actually run our system. Take a look over here. If the input is true, our publishing system will run. If the input is false, our publishing system will not run at all. Okay. And then what it's going to do after that, it's going to search record. So I'm going to connect it to an Airtable base we have created, VEO3 video. And I'm going to filter by formula status equals to ready to post. I'm not going to return or, I'm going to set the limit to 1 because we want to post only one video at a time so we don't overload this specific system. But of course, if you want to upload all of them at once, you could also return all of them and it will upload every single video that's ready to be posted. Okay. And then once that is done, I have a publishing agent over here that's going to generate the different prompts for us. Right. So if I go into executions and take a look at the previous execution that we have done, right, you can see this publishing agent over here do have a couple of inputs, which I changed to be the name of the video as well as the prompt. And this is taken from Airtable over here. I just had to drag and paste this in. And then for the system message, right, it's just going to help us generate the different descriptions for Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok as well. But for this system, I just want to post onto Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. So I'll just leave it as it is. And over here, I do have the output generated, right? Once I have the output generated, I just have to update the Google Drive note to download it from the URL that we have received over here, right? So I have to drag this and paste this in so it will download the video that we have generated earlier on.
Don't let storms catch you up.
Right, the bear video, okay? Okay, then once that is done, we just have to do one final thing, which is to upload to Cloudinary, right? This is important if you want to actually post it onto Instagram and Facebook. We have to host it onto a cloud platform. And so of course, once again, watch the other video to understand how to connect to the API. But just to help you understand, what this does is that it uploads the video onto Cloudinary, okay? Once the video has been hosted onto Cloudinary, you will be able to use this video to actually post it onto Instagram later on. The rest of the notes are pretty similar. So the first part, I do have the YouTube agent. This is where I actually get the description for YouTube over here. The title, I'll paste this in from the publishing agent. The description would be also from the publishing agent, paste this in. And then once that is completed, the output will return the upload ID, which means the video has been posted onto YouTube for us. The input binary field would be data, so it can get the video that we have generated. And then similarly, we want to update the Airtable that we have over here. So I will find the Airtable base that we have, VEO3, and I'll update the YouTube to upload it. I'll do the exact same thing as well for Facebook and TikTok. So for TikTok, I use a tool called Upload Post because TikTok's API is a little bit more complex. And so that's how it led to this hybrid system. But I'm going to use the Upload Post API to connect it to TikTok. So to do so, you just have to go into uploadpost.com, link in description. And then you can just create your new account. And then you get the API key over here. And then you want to create a new user and connect your account accordingly. Once you connect your account, for this example, I'm going to connect it to TikTok only. Right, and then I'm going to go back and I'm just going to make sure to have my API connected over here. And then I make sure to send the description from the previous view, right? Paste this in. And then the form data would be user, and the value here is my user account created on upload post, right? You can see I have this profile called testo123. So I will use that for the account. Okay, and the rest you can just keep it as it is. Platform TikTok, n8n binary view video data. And you'll post it onto TikTok for us. And same thing, update the Airtable, right? Updating the status. And over here you can see I'm using the record ID to match the video that we want to upload. And then lastly, for Instagram, I will connect it to the Instagram node, right? You'll create a new container. And then the value will also be from the publishing agent over here, right? We're going to drag over the caption from the Instagram description, paste this in. The media type will be Reels. The video URL would be from Cloudinary. We're going to find the URL and paste this in as well. And then we'll have a wait node because this is what's required for the Instagram API, 60 seconds. And then it will post onto Instagram. And then we're going to make sure the node is the Instagram account. Right, this is how we actually connect it through the API. And then we once again update the Airtable node, right? We update the base, VEO3 video, table is video, and then the Instagram status will be changed to uploaded as well over here. Okay, and once that is done, you want to merge them all together, right, to get the information from all three nodes. And then we have a if node to sort of make sure that if the few YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok are all set to uploaded, then the status will be changed to completed. One more Airtable node over here, update record, and then we're just going to update the status to completed. And if it's not, it will not be completed. And then, of course, we just want to download the video once again, right? We're going to drag over the video link, paste this in. And after downloading the video, we will reply Telegram. And that's how we get the video. Same chat ID, input binary field data. And then the caption will be your video. And then you want to drag over the name, paste this in. Has been posted onto TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. And that's how we get the reply over here as well. And that's it. That's how we actually got the publishing agent generated over here for us. Okay, so I know I ran through pretty quickly for this publishing system, and that's because I just want to showcase how the flow of it actually works. Right, if you really want to build this system, once again, you just have to get the blueprints link in the description below, and do watch my other video on how I actually set up the whole system. And the idea of this is actually to showcase to you how you can actually combine different systems together to make it a custom content system just for yourself. Right, so this is just taken from a previous video that I have earlier. I modified a few sections like the first few notes, as well as adding a Telegram reply note over here. And now I'm able to utilize this to publish these specific videos for me. And just imagine what you could do by combining many different video systems together as well to create an even more amazing and powerful content system for yourself as well. And all in all, just like that, I have my full system created for us, with the main agent being able to generate these new videos for us and publish it onto our social platforms just by chatting with it on Telegram. And there's only so much I can cover in a video like this. So if you really want to learn more about building content systems like this and how you can actually go further into utilizing them to combine together to create your own customized systems and your own content empire for yourself or for other businesses as well, do join the community link in the description below, where I'll go more in depth into how I build these different systems, how you can go about thinking about them, as well as latest strategies and insights about content automation. I truly believe that content automation will be the future, and I hope this video really showcased to you the possibilities of what you can do by building content automation systems like this that could really create powerful videos that could be useful for brands or for yourself as well. And so I hope you found this video useful. Do give it a try and let me know what you think. If you like videos like this, do give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.